Before an AI model can learn, it first needs to understand the world. And that starts with data labeling. Data labeling means adding tags or annotations to raw data so it becomes useful for training machine learning models. In simple terms, we're telling the AI system what the correct output should be for a given input. This step is crucial. Without labeled data, even the most powerful algorithms won't know what to learn from. There are several ways to label data. Manual labeling, where humans annotate the data by hand. Automated labeling, using algorithms to tag data. Crowdsourcing via platforms like Amazon Mechanical Turk. And semi-automated labeling, which combines human oversight with machine assistance. At Abby, when we train a skill in Vantage, we label rectangles around the data we want to capture from a specific document type. This tells the system what information to extract. But labeling isn't just for forms or images, it's also the foundation of how language models, like OpenAI's GPT, are trained. These models were fed enormous amounts of text, books, articles, websites, millions of sentences. And the clever part? The data was already labeled, in a way. You see, each word in a sentence provides context for the word that comes next. So during training, the model's task is simple on the surface. Predict the next word. For example, if the model sees the phrase, "the cat sat on the," it learns to predict something like mat. By doing this over and over again, billions of times, it begins to understand how language works. Not just vocabulary or grammar, but nuance, tone, and meaning. Each next word is treated like the correct label for the words that came before it. This is known as self-supervised learning because no human had to label this data manually. The structure of language itself provides the answer. Another fascinating example of data labeling in action, reCAPTCHA. When you select all the squares that show crosswalks or traffic lights, you're not just proving you're human. You're helping label data for AI systems, especially in areas like computer vision for self-driving cars. Every click helps train models to recognize things like crosswalks from real-world, often imperfect images. So why is data labeling so important? Because it's the foundation. Accurate labels help AI models learn the right lessons. Whether done by people, machines, or a mix of both, the goal is always the same: to create high-quality, trustworthy training data. Of course, labeling is just one part of preparing data for AI. There are other steps too, like cleaning, formatting, or transforming data. Now that you know how we teach AI using labeled data, let's move forward and look at how we organize that data to get the best results from our models. Ready to continue? Let's go.